What's good, everybody? It's Kellzhits here from YouTube. If you are new here, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. If you are returning, welcome back. We're here today for another official video. We got a long Wednesday ahead of us tonight, man, and we got a lot of games in the NBA. So let's get straight into it. Up first, we got the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Charlotte Hornets. The spread here is at -8.5, and the over-under here is set at 217.5. Now, the Bucks right now are on a 5-game losing streak, ladies and gentlemen. And it's ugly. It's ugly. But on the other end, the Charlotte Hornets are on a 5-game losing streak as well. I can't stand bad basketball. I just want to throw that out there real quick. I hate losing streaks. I hate teams looking bad. I hate bad basketball. Right now, we have two bad basketball teams going up against each other. And the Milwaukee Bucks are the better bad basketball team here, but we got to have a win nonetheless. I believe that the Milwaukee Bucks are going to get things back on track here. You have Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo are set to return their game time decisions at this moment, but I think they're set to return here. I think they're set to put on a show here in Charlotte and get things back on track after this losing streak. I know this losing streak got to be bothering them. It got to be bothering the team, period. Because it's who likes a losing streak? Nobody. You know, Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball on the other hand, I know he's pissed off he didn't make the All-Star team. I know the team's pissed off. They got injuries. They got players not looking, not playing in the game. They got players who are injured, players who are hurt, players on two-way contracts. Charlotte Hornets are in a mess. They just looking to get a lottery pick. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks here on the road, -8.5. Next up, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Detroit Pistons. The spread here is at -5, and the over-under here is set at 234.5. The Cleveland Cavaliers are here. They're on a back-to-back. They just got done playing the Boston Celtics last night at home. They are on a road here in Detroit. They're looking. The Cleveland Cavaliers. They just got off a 4-game winning streak. On the other end, the Pistons just lost on a game winner against Trae Young. The Pistons were on trace to win their 4th or 5th game in a row. Trae Young just came into the building, hit a game-winning shot, and it hurt them because I loved how the Pistons was rolling and seeing them win Collins roll up because the Pistons have been really, really bad over the years. But this year, Cade Cunningham got them boys looking good. Give me the Detroit Pistons +5 here at home since Cleveland Cavaliers are on a back-to-back. Expect them to be a little rusty. Next up, we have the San Antonio Spurs versus the Atlanta Hawks. The spread here is at -4, and the over-under here is set at 241.5. Both teams are 1 out of their last 5 games. Now, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to start their new point guard. Well, Chris Paul is also set to return this game. He's on a game-time decision, but he's set to return this game. On the other hand, their star point guard, their young point guard, and speedy point guard De'Aaron Fox, who just got traded to the Spurs to pair up with Wemby. I believe he is set to play and set to see how this team looks with Wemby. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting duos in the league. I think that they're literally going to dominate together, and I think that they're going to play together for the next 5 years to come. And if you put some pieces around these two boys, you're going to have something special. De'Aaron Fox is really nice, and Wemby's going to be the MVP at least 3 times out of his career. And on the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young is a game-time decision. A lot of their starters are all game-time decisions. Trae Young just got done hitting a game-winning shot in Detroit. I potentially think he's going to be resting here, but like I said, it's a game-time decision. I know he had a lot of things on his hand, but without Trae Young, they don't go. They are nothing without Trae Young. But in this one, I believe that Wemby and the Spurs are going to take control. Give me the Spurs -4 here on the road. Next up, we have the Heat -1.5, and the spread here is at 2. Heat versus 76ers. Spread here is at -1.5, and the over-under here is at 215.5. Now, the 76ers are here. They're on a back-to-back here, even though they're at home. They should have their full team here. This is going to be the first time in the season that the 76ers are going to be on a back-to-back here and are going to have their full team playing. Yes, I'm talking Paul George and Joel Embiid as well is going to be playing again on a. So I think that the trade, I'm telling you, that Luka trade, that Luka Anthony Davis trade changed perspectives all over the league. These boys are now playing. Isn't that crazy what a trade can do? Sad. The Heat, on the other hand, are 3 out of their last 5. They're still trying to find a way to get rid of Jimmy Butler every single day. They're trying to find a way to get find a way to get rid of him. And there's more trades going on every single day, and the trade deadline is approaching very, very quickly now. He doesn't have much time. I believe that the Miami Heat still, even though they are 3 out of their last 5, I still don't think that they are going to be on like a streak here, or they're going to have they're going to turn the corner completely. Give me the 76ers on a back-to-back here on the road, plus, I mean, at home, plus 1.5, basically money line. Next up, we have the Memphis Grizzlies Memphis Grizzlies versus the Toronto Raptors. I apologize. The spread here is at -6.5, and the over under here is set at 242.5. The Memphis Grizzlies are 4 out of their last 5 games and have been rolling, looking really good as a team. Now, so are the Toronto Raptors, though. The Toronto Raptors, ladies and gentlemen, have been winning. They've been winning a lot. And I'm not saying that they're going to make the playoffs or make the play-in, but when you just rack it up and stack it up wins like this, you just look good. You're covering spreads and you're winning games outright, which is hurting a lot of people parlays, hurting a lot of people tickets, hurting a lot of people bets. So in this one, I believe that both these teams are going to get up and down running. The Memphis Grizzlies don't play much defense, and neither do the Toronto Raptors. And for this over under to be this high here, I can't ignore it. Give me the over 242.5 here, as it's going to be a high scoring affair. Both these teams are going to get up and down the floor very quickly. Next up, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. The spread here is at -11.5, and the over under here is set at 225.5. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Bulls only got Lonzo Ball. I mean, the players that they traded for are not playing, and then the players that they have are not good. It's a shame what's going on in Chicago. And this is a big market, a large market, a crazy large market, one of the top 5 in the NBA. And we can't get a star here? We can't get a max player here? What are we doing in Chicago? It's sad, guys. It's sad. On the other end, the Minnesota Timberwolves are on back-to-back losses. Now they lost to the Portland Trailblazers, and they also have they lost to 2 of the top 4 worst teams in the league, both back-to-back losses, and they were both favored in both those games. I believe the Minnesota Timberwolves are embarrassed by their losses, and they're going to get back on track here, going against a weak Chicago Bulls team. Give me the Minnesota Timberwolves -11.5 here at home. It's going to be a breeze. Next up, we have the Golden State Warriors versus the Utah Jazz. The spread here is at -6.5, and the over-under here is set at 229.5. Now, the Jazz are 1 out of their last 5 games and just been losing left and right, just looking sloppy. I don't like this Jazz team not whatsoever. I understand that they're young. I just don't like this Jazz team, ladies and gentlemen. The Warriors are on the hand. They're expected to get their starters back today. Draymond Green is on a game-time decision. Moses Moody is on a game-time decision. Andrew Wiggins is playing and Steph is playing, but their entire starting 5 should be playing this game. It's not guaranteed, but they're on game-time decisions, which is usually good when it's the next day is expected to return. I believe that the Golden State Warriors, they have been looking good and winning, and they've been winning 3 out of their last 5, but for some reason this line is too low for me. I believe the Utah Jazz at home is going to cover this spread. Give me the Utah Jazz +6.5 here at home. Next up, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the New Orleans Pelicans. The spread here is at -9.5, and the over-under here is set at 239.5. Ladies and gentlemen, the New Orleans Pelicans have just lost 5 straight. 5 straight. And Zion he doesn't have control of this team at all. He doesn't even have control of his body, and it's sad because he's supposed to be a superstar in this league right now, easily. On the other end, the Denver Nuggets are on a 3-game win streak. The Denver Nuggets for like the last 10 games were really rocky, but over this last 5-game streak, they've won their last 3 out of their last 5 because they were losing a lot. And this championship team shouldn't be losing a lot. I know Jokic didn't like losing a lot at all. The Joker doesn't play that. I know he doesn't. So they have been on a 3-game win streak. I think the Nuggets are going to be rolling here. I think the Nuggets are going to cover this spread and win this game easily. The Pelicans, they are not going to be turning around this game here, and if they do turn it around, it won't be tonight. Give me the Denver Nuggets -9.5. Next up, we have The Phoenix Suns versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. The spread here is at -12.5, and the over-under is set at 224.5. Now, the Suns are on back-to-back losses to the Portland Trailblazers. Yes, the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers had evened up that series with the Phoenix Suns 2-2 and ended up being a 2-2 series to finish out the season. It was very, very sad to see on Devin Booker's record-breaking night being an all-time Suns leader, they couldn't come out with a W. It's sad. It really is. On the other end, the Oklahoma City Thunder are on a 2-game win streak. They're looking to make it their 3rd game. They're looking to come out and win big here at home, and I believe that is what they're going to do. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the leading MVP, and he will win the MVP this year. Give me the Oklahoma City Thunder -12.5 here at home. Last but not least, give Orlando Magic versus the Sacramento Kings. The spread here is at -5.5, and the over-under here is set at 217.5. The Orlando Magic have looked terrible. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Ever since Paolo Banchero came back, they haven't been able to turn the tables or look better or figure things out. On the other end, the Sacramento Kings just got done trading for Zach LaVine and getting him up out of Chicago to pair him back with DeMar DeRozan like how he was in Chicago. It's a nice duo that they felt is pretty good, so they put them back together. I believe the Sacramento Kings are the better team here. They're in a better position here, and Sacramento Kings are looking for their 8th straight home win. They have won 7 straight at home. This would be the 8th straight. Give me the Sacramento Kings at home here, -5.5. They will cover this spread and make it their 8th straight home victory. Again, if you are new here, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment of your choice. I appreciate all you guys' comments. And if you are returning, thank you again for watching. I'll be back soon.